A man can't play Persona 5 without there being changes of heart needed. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say thank you all for being here with me. You know, this channel has grown into a pretty big size, and I gotta say, no matter what, I always hope to be that dummy idiot on the internet for all of you. And that being said, I am very thankful of what you all have done. Ladies and gentlemen, from my heart, I love you very, very much. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to repay all of you for what you have given me in terms of happiness and in terms of being on this platform and sort of having a good time. You know, there's a lot of things money can buy, but something money can't buy is what we have. Now, all said, you know, getting all weird about it. The reason I'm bringing a lot of that up too is that I know what it was like to be a small YouTuber at one point, specifically a YouTuber with 50,000 subscribers. Now, I have to defend this individual out here, Trend Black, like many other people who are in my position talking about this individual, because he's going through a pretty rough time right now. So before we begin, I really hope that you go over, subscribe to his channel. He's a pretty cool guy. Bharti aadmi hai? Oh shit, is he a Indian like me? Oh shit, फिर से subscribe करना चाहिए इसके लिए. Anyways, that being said, I really hope you guys go give him some love and support, because right now, he's apparently being blackmailed and doxxed by two larger YouTubers. Now, who are these two larger YouTubers? Well, let's cover it real fast. Now, one of them is this guy named Tech Lead, all right? Patrick, if you don't know, this is an individual who has worked for Google, Facebook, whatever you want to call it, and now he makes good old YouTube content, I guess you could say. Things like, I burned out as a millionaire, uploaded 19 minutes ago as of this recording. How I built a coffee maker as a software engineer app developer. Now, according to Tren, this individual actually contacted him through LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn, and actually told him, yeah, I'm going to make a response video to you responding to me. Tren actually made a fair bit of videos where he called these individuals out for being sort of false. Like over here, he called out Engineering Truth, worst of the tech industry. All right, and then he talked about exposing the Tech Lead as an ex-fan. Sellouts in tech. So basically he called them out, basically exposed them, and they couldn't take the criticism. They actually had to reach him in LinkedIn and say, yeah, we're going to make a response. I'm going to be leaking my name and your name into the situation, despite your name not being public information, which is not okay to do, by the way. All right, that's a no-no. On the other side, you've got Matt Tran. And Matt Tran is an individual who I would say is far more inferior than Tech Lead, because to me, he comes across as one of those fake lifestyle gurus. I know all the answers. Here's how you get that six-figure job like crazy. If you look at videos like USA versus Philippines, what's a better place? It's Canada, obviously. Best and worst careers during a recession. How to get a job. They work together on this. And if you click on that video, I want to say, I'm going to bet my left nut the top comment may in fact be, this should be titled How to Dox Blackmail and False Copyright. Yeah, dude, my left nut is safe. In fact, you can see over here that he's got content that's a little too controversial for YouTube. Learn the 9 ways your rich friends think differently from your poor friends. Disclaimer, I'm brutally honest. Some people may be offended. Type your email, get exclusive access. Yeah, you ain't getting my email, buddy. That's for damn sure. Did you know that your career well-being is the #1 factor in determining your happiness? Oh, wow, really? Did you know that genetics play a big deal in how big your dong is? Oh, wow, dude, wow. I mean, that boilerplate knowledge, oof. How did I figure that one out, huh? Now, this video would be, I'm not making this video necessarily to rip on their content. I think Trend does a great job himself. You should watch those videos anyways. The reason I'm covering this is the idea of doxing and blackmailing an individual. Now, effectively what's happened is when they took down Trend's videos, they actually copyright struck him. And by copyright striking somebody under the DMCA for YouTube, YouTube by law has to just remove the video. At that point, all legal proceedings are done between the uploader of the video and the person who's issuing the Content ID claim. Now, the system is so broken that if somebody issues a false DMCA strike, you, in order to contest that, have to actually give your first and last name and your address amongst a litany of other personal informations out there. And that goes to the person that has issued the content strike. So the way that they got his address and name and all of his personal information is literally through YouTube's broken system. You didn't have to hire no private security, didn't have to do anything. They literally, repercussionless, had gotten this information and now are are using it to blackmail him if he doesn't remove these videos or he doesn't comply by their bullshit standards. The system is wrong. Okay, the system completely destroys this fact. This is something that's not new. We've known that it's taking place. But for somebody to abuse the system and then take that information and use it against the YouTuber that they don't agree with, or that they don't agree with their criticism of, is so batshit wrong. I have not seen it up until today. You know, I've talked a lot of, I've brought up a lot of YouTubers and I've definitely roasted a lot. And the reality is none of them have ever issued a copyright content claim, and none of them, if they had issued that, would have used that information against me to leak my personal address, because it's so fucking wrong. Now, that being said, I have noticed what the situation is like. I understand YouTube's copyright system is broken. I almost went through this myself not too long ago because I dealt with somebody that was completely batshit insane. Now, with all of that said, all right, even though that I'd went through it again, I wish YouTube had had the option for us to actually utilize and give addresses and names. I think they do. I'm not entirely sure on it, but to give the addresses names of legal attorneys. Because once legal attorneys get into this nonsense, trust me, people start backing off immediately because they know they're entering a long-haul battle that they probably won't win, and they don't even want to risk it, especially when a counterclaim could be made against them as well. But that's going above and beyond. Now, Matt Tran, all right, this individual, has actually outright admitted to blackmailing. So here's a YouTuber by the name of CoffeeZilla who actually got Matt on a call, and I'm going to dig this video out, by the way, real quick. Again, make sure to sub to these guys. They're doing a pretty damn good job, and I'm going to listen to this clip, and I'm going to show you where this guy pretty much admitted to it.
It's going to come, and yet he made a choice, and his choice was to keep the video up.
Well,
and my choice was to make that article.
Do you not think it was blackmail?
I don't see it as blackmail at all.
I'm looking at the definition right now. I want to be clear here. It says blackmail is the act of coercion using the threat of revealing or publicizing either substantially true or false information about a person or people unless certain demands are met. I mean, it's textbook, like it is blackmail. I want to be clear. Now, whether you think it was justified blackmail is another thing, but it is blackmail.
I mean, it sounds like textbook blackmail to me, yeah.
Eventually, it was...
Objection! He just admitted. Sounds like textbook blackmail to me. Dude just admitted to it. You just played yourself. Now, I'm sure Matt's probably going to come to the video and say, well, do you have the context to the situation? Well, okay, here's counter context real quick. In what way does it make does it make that last statement anywhere applicably like okay if you added context? No, it doesn't. He literally just admitted that he blackmails another individual because yes, by forcing somebody to remove their content, okay, in the third party scene, or else you're gonna leak their information, and according to Tran, leak the information of his family even more. Yes, that is by definition blackmail, which, Matt, I don't know if you're the smartest, person in the world. You obviously don't seem that way, but blackmail is illegal. Now, Matt, of course, lives in the Philippines, so I don't know how we can legally go after him. I don't think it's going to really happen, especially considering Filipino police isn't really on top of cyber crimes anyways. I doubt they're going to take care of it. So you're really entering a situation where the only one you can fall back on is YouTube. YouTube, you have to understand, this guy literally just admitted to using your system and then blackmailing a YouTuber because of it, unless they follow his bullshit demands. I get that you don't want to jump into it. I get that the DMC safe harbor provisions, maybe you don't want it. Maybe you don't want to deal with it. Maybe you don't want to get into a copyright situation more than you already are legally supposed to. But there is no reason why your system should be so broken that some YouTuber, okay, can be bullied by people obviously far larger than him and use it against them. This isn't a case of a YouTuber who can directly get in touch with YouTube or contact them right there and then. They're too small to, so they're going to get bullied by these individuals, especially in such a way where it can be downright illegal for them to do it too. Like, this is an illegal situation, and the fact that YouTube isn't doing a thing, to me at least, is almost being complicit in the situation anyways. Also, given that situation as well too, YouTube needs to actually step in and take care of it, because if this can happen to one YouTuber, God knows how many other people it can actually happen to as well too. How many people do you know are actually getting hit by this right now? YouTube's a big pond. Who knows? This is just one scenario that's kicked up, and it needs to be nipped hard, and we need to have some form of a precedent so douchebags like this can't use the system against them. This is why I'm making this video again, to signal boost it, because unless you have people like me or other people who have the followings to do it, you're never going to help out an individual like this who has no other fucking recourse. This is why videos like this are important. Going forward too, this individual has also entered another bit of douchebaggery where he's brought up another website. He actually made a website, pushed it up through SEO rankings, where he actually is getting a college student, all right, screwed and blacklisted in the world. Okay, so let me show you. He's mentioned his full name. All right, I'm gonna have to block this out because this would be me doxing this individual. I don't know why he went with this photo because I don't know, it makes it a little more flattering compared to this guy, but totally separate scenario. Leaked out his name, his actual university that he goes to. I don't know, that may not be as private as you might imagine, like information-wise, but yes, he is leaking out crazy information. And going out beyond into this whole like fucking website, the final words where he talks about it, he says, listen, you should make sure to take a second look at these traits. A company is only good as its team of workers, and it is essential to make sure the team is working to its full potential. Is a team wrecker who will ultimately make the team less efficient and who the fuck do you think you are? All right, like first of all, he called you out on your BS, and then now you're taking it not only personally, but he's actually getting it where he's throwing him out and he's calling him out to these companies and making sure that he can't get employment in the future, knowing that he's in the fucking right and this Matt guy is busy selling his BS courses or whatever it is that he's doing versus this individual. Like, you can't be a blackmailer and get on this fucking high horse. He attacked 3 influencers that have done nothing but try to help people, very vaguely, or at least give people other things to think about during the Are you really going to use a goddamn pandemic in this whole thing? Like, come on, dude. There's got to be like some level of standard to you, all right? Get out of here, discount Ty Lopez. I ain't hearing your shit. Now, I know this video has been all over the place. I know that I've covered a lot of these people. I've tried to implement some comedy, some like lightheartedness to the scenario, but I don't really think the scenario is too lighthearted. All I want out of this situation is this YouTuber, Trend Black, to get his fucking deal dealt with, okay? So that he doesn't get blackmailed any further. If this is as bad as he's claiming, and I'm gonna sit down and put my money behind him, if him and his family are being threatened with their personal information coming out, this becomes more than just some YouTube laughing matter. This is a full-on illegal matter, and it needs to be taken care of as soon as possible. And I know YouTube may not want to get into it, but YouTube, listen, this is one of those very special cases where you have to step away from the machine learning, you have to step away from everything and go in and assist somebody, because if you don't assist him, it makes you complicit in the blackmailing scheme against him. And I don't think you as a billion-dollar company really fucking want that in the end of the day. Trust me, that's not a hill you want to die on. That being said, though, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.